It's about time Windhelm sent someone. What took you so long? Just you? I hope you're tougher than you look. Sorry, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but we're in trouble out here. The Stormfists came out of nowhere and forced us to retreat from the fort. We escaped, as did Lieutenant Koruni and a few of her soldiers. I don't know what the Stormfists want, but we haven't seen that clan around here for almost a decade. Koruni sent word that she plans to sneak into the central barracks. If you could liberate the soldiers that were captured during the battle, you could assist the lieutenant when she tries to retake the barracks. Good luck freeing our soldiers. I'll stay here and wait for the detachment from Windhelm to arrive. Anything to help with your mission, but we must be quick about it. Fort Morvenskar's primary purpose is to protect the royal tombs beneath it. Most of our departed rulers are buried here, including our dearly missed Queen Nirnhild. Beyond that, it doesn't really hold any military significance. The Stormfist clan hasn't been seen in these parts in almost 10 years. Back then, they supported the traitor Fieldgore. As to how they took us by surprise, I'm not sure. They came out of nowhere. Still, it dishonors us that we failed to stop them. I received word that Lieutenant Korune plans to try to infiltrate the central barracks and take out the leader of these invaders. Meanwhile, I need to wait here for Windhelm soldiers to arrive. Then we'll sweep in and join the lieutenant.
Finally! Hurry up and untie me. I want to get out there and crack some heads. I thought you'd never ask. Captain Hamar and Lieutenant Koruni finally sent someone to get me out of this. It's about time. Thanks. I'm on my way.
To Fieldgore. Thanks. I'll see you there. Thank Kain. I thought the captain forgot about me. I'm on my way.
Who might you be? You rescued my soldiers. For that, you have my thanks. We are ready to take back the barracks. I need you to deal with the invaders' commander, the Nord called Halskar. Find his orders. We need to know what's going on. They should be someplace safe, not far from wherever you find the lout. I had a feeling about you. Glad to see that I was right. Now follow us.
I am Nirnhild, Queen of the Nords. I come to you from Sovngarde with an urgent demand. The relics you took from that strongbox were stolen from the royal tombs beneath Fort Morvenskar. Return the relics to their rightful places in the tombs below, of course. What else would you do with them? Accomplish this task, and I shall forever be in your debt. Meet me behind this building, at the entrance to the tombs. I shall wait for you there.
I hope I get a good scar.
The barracks are clear. How did you fare against Halskar? Let me look at those orders. I see. Those dogs came up through the crypts. That's how they surprised us. It says something here about their true prize being in the crypts below. I wonder what they could be after. These orders make it sound like the Stormfist wants something from inside the royal crypts. And they were actually signed by Fildgor Orkthane. That means the Skald King's traitorous brother has returned. Just what I know. Skyrim's royal family and their honored servants are interned below. Well, the dead ones anyway. The fort was built to protect the crypts. They are precious relics to be sure, but nothing to make these brigands risk so much. Well, there you have it. Thievery and desecration. Still, these orders seem to imply there's more to it than that. Perhaps you could go below, return these items, and make sure everything is all right. The entrance is behind this building. Go on, check out the crypts. We'll handle things up here. Woman? What woman? I saw you strike down Halskar, pull something from the lockbox, and then pause for a long moment. I thought you were catching your breath up there. Well, they do say that the royal tombs are haunted. Soldiers tell stories of seeing and hearing strange things during night patrols. Still, if a spirit spoke to you, those relics must be special. Did the spirit happen to give you a name? Queen Nirnhild. Our beloved queen was struck down in battle against the Akaveri 10 years ago. I'd listened carefully to whatever Queen Nirnhild said to you. You are truly blessed, my friend.
Waiting for you to arrive. The relics you recovered are very important. When they were removed, it disturbed the Draugr below. Please return the relics to their proper resting places. There's nothing simple about this matter. You must return the relics to the exact spot they were taken from. Inspect each chamber carefully, for there will be clues as to the proper placement. I can advise you, but I know little of these relics. Who else would I be, mortal? Recent events have called me back from Sovngarde, but I am still my people's beloved queen. Now, don't you have some relics to put back in the tomb? This chamber contains the remains of the honored cupbearers who served the rulers of Skyrim. I believe so. The old Nord cup symbolizes and honors the servants who perform the thankless duty of providing for the needs of each generation's royal family. All I can tell you is that the cup holds the key. Examine it carefully and choose wisely. That was the wrong altar. You have awakened the dead. That appears to be the correct altar. Very good. I will see you in the next chamber. The book you carry belongs on this pedestal. However, a page was torn out when it was plundered. This chamber contains the remains of advisors who served the throne. Trusted counselors, viziers, and shamans are buried here. The book contains a collection of ancient Nord proverbs. As you can see, a page has been torn out. But that was not the only book damaged when the Stormfists invaded this chamber. You need to find the correct page to restore that ancient book. Read the book and any pages you find. Matching a torn page with the writing in the book should be simple enough for one of your experience and skills. That is not the right page. Try again, mortal. That is not the right page. Try again, mortal. That is not the right page. Try again, mortal. That is not the right page. Try again, mortal. This chamber contains the book contains a collection of ancient Nord proverbs. As you can see, a page has been torn out. But that was not... Read the book, and any page... That is not the right page. Try again, mortal. That is not the right page. Try again, mortal. Excellent. Who knew you could read ancient Nord? One chamber remains. Mine. Bring my amulet and meet me there. This is wrong. Something is terribly, terribly wrong. My body. The crown of Freydis. They should both be here, but they are gone. No. Layers of magical protection engulf the interred. Any Stormfist that tried to even touch my body would have been obliterated. Only those of royal blood could have... No. My brother. Has all honor deserted him? Why would he do such a thing? Fildgor! Go, quickly. Perhaps you can catch him before he gets away. You must retrieve my mortal remains and my crown.
Make sure that no one gets past you, Shakur. Cover my escape.
You're too late, Wiccan. Fildgor made a prize. He's in cradle.
Ah, you're back. Lieutenant Karuni's plan worked perfectly. And she says she owes her success to you. Good. While you were in the tomb, Karuni launched a strike against the invaders from the barracks. A detachment of soldiers arrived from Windhelm just in time to help us take back the fort. It is indeed, and thank you for your help, my friend. As long as we hold Fort Morvenskar, you are welcome here.
I no longer know my own brother's heart, but now I know yours. Even though Fildgor escaped with my crown and my mortal remains, you have performed a great service this day. Keep the amulet. You earned it. And as long as you carry it, we will always be connected.
Thanks for your help. You did great work today. Thank you. With Fort Morvenskar back under our control, we should send word to the king. Let him know that the royal tombs are secure. Will you deliver a dispatch to Fort Amel? Yes. Reinforcements from Windhelm brought the news. The king has gone to Fort Amel to meet with packed dignitaries. Take word of our victory to the fort. Speak to Thane Oda, Wolf Sister there. We're going to get the fort up and running again. My scouts report that there are still Stormfist troops in the area. My scouts report that the Stormfist are fortifying Cradle Crush to the southwest. We can't let them establish a foothold, or we'll never get rid of them. It's an old Orc fortress, but it hasn't been used by hostile forces in years. If only we had the troops for such an action. We're in no condition for another battle right now, but I think we have time. Something strange is going on over at Cradle Crush, but it doesn't appear that they are about to launch an attack or anything. Unusual sounds. We hear crashes and moans, toppling trees. We see smoke on the horizon. I have no idea what to make of it. And I can't spare anyone else to investigate right now.
Where did you come from?
How did you find me? Never mind. That's not important. The sigil. You have to find the sigil.
The sigil represents our bond. The forest and my clan, we have an understanding. We take wood, we build. But as we do, we honor the forest, and the spirit of the forest protects us. My sister took it. She was going to hide it, keep it safe. But I don't think she made it very far. Eowyn fled south, through the mountain pass. Find her, save the sigil, and our accord.
Please, if the Stormfists find the sigil, they could undo generations of goodwill. My clan has always been at one with the forest. We worship Kain in her most primal form, taking only what we need and preaching to those that would work in the deep woods. The forest provides its bounty and protects us. The sigil is the symbol of our bond between blood and roots, heartwood and heart. We've always kept it safe, until today. I have a daughter. She left the clan years ago to find her fortune in the city. I told Eowyn to get the sigil to her. So many dead. If anyone will continue our tradition, it will have to be her.
Our clan was isolated. We cared more for the turn of the seasons than the fashions of the big cities. My Iran wanted more than what Kain could offer. So she left.
should have been back by now. Captain Alhana said they'd meet us here after an evening of prayer, right?
That's what she said, but I don't see them. Maybe what the traveling merchant said is true.
Are you heading to the shrine? The shrine to the goddess Kain. We come here to pray and ask for her blessing before battle. The rest of our brigade went to visit the shrine yesterday. They haven't returned yet, and I'm worried about them. Well, no. Not after that traveling merchant came by and told us that terrible story. He said dark witches had killed the keepers of the shrine. The place has been overrun. I can match steel with any soldier, but how do you battle a witch's hex? Kain bless you, stranger. Captain Alhana commands the brigade. She's an excellent leader and a terror with a blade, but they should have been back by now. Kain is the warrior goddess, the mother of the Nord people. She watches over us and protects us. She blesses our weapons and armor before we enter battle. I wouldn't expect you to understand. Haven't you heard? The seeds of war have been planted in Eastmarch. Most of our fellow Nords are already on the battlefield. If we had the numbers, we'd march right in and take back the shrine. But as you can see, it's just Ilolda and me. Soldiers often visit the shrine before going into battle. How else would we receive Kain's blessing? The keepers provide shelter, allowing pilgrims to pray for a day and a night. But Alhana and the others have been gone longer than that. I don't think so. Captain Alhana is a stickler for schedules and protocols. But ever since that traveling merchant told us tales of witches and corruption at the shrine, we've been too frightened to go and check on them.
Quiet! Someone's coming! Go away, witch! You won't curse anymore, my soldiers! If you don't leave, you'll taste my blade! Cruel? Really? How do I know you didn't bewitch him, just like the others? That's the most rational. My apologies, but these are dangerous times. I watched my soldiers turn into mindless slaves. I had to make sure that your will was still your own. Our brigade came to the shrine to pray. That's when they fell upon us. Daedric witches! They bewitched most of my soldiers. We four are all that remains, and Droy is burning with an unnatural fever. I fear he won't last much longer. He was cursed by the witches. The fever burns away all that he is. Soon he'll be a mindless slave, just like the others. The keepers could heal him, but we haven't seen a keeper since we arrived. It's likely the witches killed or cursed them. Of course, they could be barricaded away, just like we are, waiting for help to arrive. Droy mentioned something about them before the fever took him, but we've had other things to deal with. Explore the shrine. The witches there might have a clue. There's also a locked dresser by the bed. One of the bewitched soldiers might have a key. I'd love to know what they've locked in there. Before the fever took Droy, he mentioned the witch by the lake. He said she didn't attack him. Find this witch. If she's really willing to talk to you, she might have something useful to say.
Go away, and leave me to my drink.
Fever curse grips poor Droy. If we don't cure him soon, I fear he'll become one of the bewitched. Droy was sent to the shrine ahead of the brigade to let the keepers know we were coming and give them time to prepare. When we arrived, we found Droy like this, burning with fever. I've been trying to care for him, but nothing seems to help. There's one thing I haven't tried yet. There's a flower that's been known to cure a fever. It's called Kain's Breath. It grows around the runestones that decorate the grove. A handful may help save Droy's life. Can you get some for me?
Why do you approach me? Do you want to end up like the rest of the Bewitched? Or perhaps you believe Kain will protect you? You search in vain then, for the Keepers are lost. Kain no longer lights their way. Why should the Keepers maintain the shrine of a god who ignores their prayers? Kain blesses the Nords before battle, but Nords die every day. We lose sons and daughters in these stupid wars, and what does mighty Kain do? Absolutely nothing. We refuse to worship a god who ignores us and lets our children die. Think about it. You'll figure it out soon enough. Now leave this place and take everyone barricaded in that building with you. The Keepers don't need to be rescued, and this grove belongs to us now. Go.
I smell fresh Kain's breath. It reminds me when I was a little girl, running through the fields in spring. I miss those simpler days. Oh, yes. This is more than enough. The flower is very potent. Thank you. With these, I should be able to reduce Droy's fever. Droy's fate is in Kain's hands, but his chances are better now. I'll continue to watch over him until he wakes up. Since he was here before us, it's possible that Roy knows what happened to the Keepers. We need to find out what he saw.
Was your search successful? I know this book. Many nodes carry similar hymns written to our goddess. It's strange that a Daedric witch would take this from a keeper. Perhaps it's part of their spell. Maybe they use a victim's property to maintain control. It sounds like the witches attacked before we arrived. I wonder if the keepers were already cursed when this was written. That would explain why they were acting strangely. A hymn book? A journal? And now a witch? I have my suspicions, but there must be more to it. This can't be what I think it is. Investigate the building where the head keeper worked. Last time I checked, it was locked. If you can enter the house, you might find something that will make sense of this situation. I haven't climbed through a window since I was a young girl. They've gotten small. I should have checked the window. Nodes tend to break things, not sneak through them. What? No, that can't be right. Even though I suspected... No, no. There must be some mistake. To go against everything they believe in, everything they were taught? Why would the Keepers do such a thing? The Keepers teach us it is an honor to die defending our homeland. That's what they preach. Forsaking the teachings of Kain dishonors us all. You only have 2 things left to do. 1, find Keeper Ormi. 2, put a blade in her dark heart. If that doesn't end the curse, at least it will make damn certain no one else gets bewitched. Strange lights and sounds have been coming from the shrine at the center of the grove. It's not normal. That's probably where you'll find the fallen Keeper. Whatever Omi uses to channel these dark powers, it's corrupting the serenity of the grove. You can't reason with Daedric witches! We've all suffered losses, but they took my soldiers and turned them into mindless slaves! I can't forgive her for that. They need to die! Every last one of them! Ugh! What's wrong with me? I feel like I'm being torn apart! Ah! You don't feel the pain that I have suffered. Kain has forsaken us. She let our children die. Now we'll take her children as our own.
I hope to find you over here. It wasn't Roy we had to worry about. Gain was under the witch's control the entire time. I just thought he was drunk and moody. Once the captain left, he attacked me. I put a knife in the big oaf's neck, but not before he unlocked the door. The witches swarmed inside. I had to leave Troy there so I could warn you. Where's the captain? Then it's over. I'm the only one left. It's kind of funny. We came for a blessing, but we were defeated before we got to the war. Why did the Keepers turn against us? Wait, Keeper Ormi? By Kain, she thinks her sons are dead. I knew her sons. I served with them. Sahun survived. She doesn't know? No one told her? She killed and cursed my brigade, and you want to save her? Fine. I'm in no shape to argue with you. Sahun spends time drinking in Windhelm at the Cold Moon Inn. Helps him forget, he says. Go drag him back here if you think it will help.
I lost my family. They're all gone. I was a fool. I brought my wife and child to this tomb, looking for shelter from the storm. I lost everything. Everything! Welcome back, my most excellent friend. How goes the hunt? Excellent, and just in time, too. We must welcome most important foreign dignitaries to Windhelm. Here, a set of cultural garb just for you. Please, put these on. I am ready to receive ambassadors in style. Ladies can't resist cultural garb. Get dressed and meet me by the docks.
Just one more. And another after that.
Careful now.
Excellent. Oh, you are here. And you are all fancy. Oh, all cultural and everything. What? No, of course not. Well, maybe a little. The meat you brought looked so good. I took a teeny swig to calm my nerves. I can't help it if the bottle was so small. Being master of ceremonies is hard work. I bet King Yoren drinks plenty. Don't be silly. Here come the dignitaries. Now, look casual and dignified. Welcome to bustling city of Windhelm for King Yoren's amazing Corn Liquor celebration. We greet the ambassadors of the glorious Dark Elf and Argonian nations with stinky arms and open fish. Let Rigert be the first to welcome. One moment, please. Let me just check my notes. Ambassador Flies of Steel and Ambassador Normal. Ha!
Ha! How amusing! King Yoren sent his court jester to receive us. Bravo! Bravo, I say.
What an interesting form of greeting. I may never truly learn to understand the dry skins. Perhaps we should head to the inn, Yvette.
Yes. Cracking suggestion. Perhaps they'll have something other than that. What is that awful Nord beverage? Oh, yes. Mead. Ugh.
That went amazingly well. Oh, I think. Nonsense, my friend. This is going to be the best corn liquor ever. Now, please take this. It's a gift for all your hard work. Rigert insists.
Death begins to look
Hey there. I'm just preparing some oats for the horses. You need anything, you should talk to Afnia. He'll set you right. Yes? Something I can do for you? What? My mother, my aunt, dead. They were such boring, simple people. They would never have hurt. Why? The sigil. I have to go. I have to find it. It was so important to her. We haven't spoken in years. As much as I would wish otherwise, I know what I have to do. Thank you. My mother is smiling in Sovngarde today.
If you're looking for a hired blade, look somewhere else. I don't do that anymore. Who wants to know? I'd rather have her think that than know the truth. I'm a disgrace to my people, and to Kyne. My brother, my ship, my entire fleet. They died right in front of me. And what did I do? Nothing. No. My mother is the head keeper at Kyne's Grove. She'd never turn against Kyne and her people. She should honor my brother's memory, not disgrace it. No, I can't. If what you say is true, then it's already too late for my mother. Do what you must to save those people, but I can't face what she's become. I was a good soldier once. I was a faithful follower of Kyne, along with the rest of my family. After the disaster, I was disgraced, no longer fit to serve in the regular army. So, for a time, I sold my blade to the highest bidder. What does it look like? I sit here, and I drink until I collapse. And then I get up and drink some more. It's the only way I can endure the memories. You ask more questions than my mother, and she's the keeper of Kyne's Grove. Leave me to my drink, or I'll show you how good a warrior I used to be.
No place here. This grove belongs to us now. We'll use these people as we see fit.
Stop! Please! Leave her alone! Oh, Mother! What have you done?
My son, you're alive. I thought I lost you.
Why would you do this to yourself, Mother? To all these people? Listen, Traveler. I know she did horrible things, but she's still my mother. Kyne must forgive her. The goddess never gives up on her people. No, I won't give up on her or Kyne. I lost faith in myself the day I lost my brother. But I never lost faith in my god. Kyne teaches us to fight for what we believe in. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm fighting for my mother. Pray for forgiveness. Kyne, hear my prayers! My mother turned away from you, but she was wrong. She acted as she did because of her grief. She devoted her life to you. If you restore her, I'll return to the war. I'll take up my weapon to fight for your honor and our people once more. Please, goddess. I lost my brother and my father. Don't take my mother from me as well.
Kyne's cleansed me. She's forgiven me for everything I've done. How could I have been so foolish? I hurt so many people during my crisis of faith. I won't. Kyne has shown me the way again. Without your intervention, I would have continued to rain horror upon my people. Thanks to you, I can make amends. These soldiers will be cared for until they are fully healed. No, the soldiers still live. They were to become members of our Daedric coven, but I won't let that happen. Not now. Your friends are back at the Keeper's house, safe and well cared for. They're still under the spell of Daedric influence. I'll work on freeing them, but it will take some time. Do not fear. I'll make sure you receive safe passage through the grove. I am their leader, after all.
I was a fool to turn your help down when you asked for it. By kind, I was an even bigger fool to turn my back on my family when they needed me the most. I'll not lose sight of what matters again.
I don't know what you did, but my soldiers are alive. Thanks. So did I. The last thing I remember was a terrible pain. I woke up in here, next to Droy. One of the witches was tending to my wounds. I'm still not sure what is going on. That's wonderful news! And we're still all alive! This isn't how I expected this to end, but I can't argue with the results. We'll head back to Windhelm and rest before marching to join the rest of the army. Take this. It was a charm to bring me luck in the war. Thanks to you, my luck has been pretty good. I want you to have it.
What happened? Oh, my neck is killing me and I feel like I drank an entire barrel of mead.
Kyne sent us a miracle, my friend. When some of the witches showed up here, I thought we were finished. Then they started tending to our wounds. They left without saying a word. I'm so confused.
Fresgil says you're the one who helped me. Thank you. I'm not really sure what happened, but I think I've had enough rest and relaxation.
You don't look like one of Fildgor's mangy bunch. The big one spotted your approach. Be warned. Cradle Crush isn't the idyllic place it once was. You don't know. The big folk prepare to march to war. I sense that you and the big folk share a common foe. I'd say you arrived just in time. I like that in a champion. The Stormfists captured the giant's mammoths. They plan to use them against Fort Amel. If you oppose the Stormfists, then you are an ally of the big folk. Take this horn and blow it at the nearby cave. It will summon a giant to your side. Stormfist scouts hide in the trees. They ambush us when we least expect it. The giant can help you knock the cowards from their perches, then kill them and collect any orders they carry. If you find something, meet me at the camp to the west. I may have answers. Ask away. I don't speak to giants. I know them. I'm a friend of the giants. Let's leave it at that until we get to know each other a little better. The same reason anyone fights with giants. They're stupid. Fildgor Orcthane leads the Stormfist to war against his brother, the Scald King. Along the way, they revel in malice and destruction. That's just one of the consequences of war. I see victory in your eyes. What did you find on the Stormfist scouts? Excellent. We couldn't have gathered this information without you. Now, with your continued help, we can take back Cradlecrush and drive off the Stormfist invaders. The notes you discovered suggest two weaknesses in the fort's defenses: the gates and the captive mammoths. Once you get inside, you must free the mammoths to cause havoc and unlock the gates to let us in. Warlord Lob and his lieutenants have made the arena at the heart of Cradlecrush their headquarters. Use the horn there to sound our attack and strike fear into the invaders' hearts. The giant near the natural wall just behind me to the west is ready to help you. Just give him a poke and he'll do the rest. We'll launch our attack once you're inside and we hear the signal. My, aren't we an inquisitive one? I'm not used to so many questions, but I have been spending a lot of time around giants lately, and they're not really big on conversation. Leave that to my giant friend. He knows just how to get you inside the fort. One of the documents you recovered indicated that the mammoths are difficult to control. If you free a few of them, that should distract some of the Stormfist soldiers while we assault the walls. The fortress has a north gate and a south gate. One of the notes you took off the scouts says the 2 locks secure each gate. Flip the switches atop the towers to unlock the gates. The giants will rush in and will split their forces. Never bow to authority, especially when they want to cut off your head. Now go find that giant. You did well. Better than I or my master expected. Now, only one task remains. The warlord who leads these brigands, Lob the Cleaver. He's inside, along with the deadly orcs that are always at his side. They're a nasty piece of work, the lot of them. Enter the arena and sound the horn. That will tell the giants it's time. I think not. Such a path fits neither my role nor my disposition. I am a friend, not a foe. Besides, this is your mission. I wouldn't want to steal your glory. Blow the horn and the big folk will come. They'll help you. It was easy enough to slip inside, thanks to all the chaos you caused. I decided to wait for you here. You don't get to know everything, mortal. Does that frustrate you? Just know that some grudges are ancient, and some answers are beyond your understanding. You would abandon this cause that you have worked so hard to advance? If that's what you wish, go. I won't stop you. But I think you're...
You must be the one causing so much trouble for my troops. Well, that ends here. To me, my honor guard! Form all! Do all! Rip the intruder apart!
Watch out! The giants are hurling boulders into the arena.
Move now! Let's see you defeat 3 elite orcs.
Dead! Let's get out of here!
Welcome back, friend. You survived the challenge and helped the giants take back the stronghold. I couldn't have asked for a better resolution to this situation. Well done. I know. I felt his life force depart when you struck him down. Go in peace, giant friend. You have our thanks.
What do you want? Thank you.
Why do you hate us, Nord? Your own king declared us allies. But still...
Don't put words in my mouth, Dark Elf. I said you could enter Fort Armor, but the inn is full, so you can't stay. Official business of the kingdom takes precedence after all.
This is ridiculous. And we've come such a long way. We'll find somewhere else to rest. Somewhere not filled with such hate.
You picked a bad time to visit the lost knife mine, stranger. Oh no. I hoped Carrick made it to Fort Hamel. Octane Fieldgore's troops have taken over the mine. Half of us was sent to work in the mine and serve as hostages. The other half wait out here and worry. My family's in there right now. We need weapons. Overpower some of the soldiers, grab their weapons, and give them to my husband Yomand. He's somewhere in the mine. Also, set a few miners free along the way. Look for my siblings, Treedy and Adrek. I need to know they're safe.
Quiet. I don't want them to notice us. You must have met my twin brother, Thelm. Let him know I'm all right. He worries too much.
Did my sister Etaki send you? Good to know. We've been doing what we can to confuse and delay them. Yomand has been sneaking around, passing along information. Sometimes he's even in disguise. These thugs are easy to fool, but they're scary when they get angry. Thanks for the help. See you outside.
The rumor is that some stranger helped rout the Stormfist Brigade from Fort Morvenskar.
Leave me alone! Do you want the Stormfist to come over and chop my hand off? They'll do it, or worse. I've seen how cruel they can be. I'm fine. The trick is to look busy. The Stormfist don't really know what we do down here. I don't want them to hurt my sister Garvilda, though. So I just keep moving so they think I'm working.
I saw you take out some of those bastards. That can only mean we're taking back the mine. Best news I've heard since this started. You need to find my sister's husband, Yeomund. He's up ahead, sneaking around in disguise and causing all kinds of trouble for the Stormfists. He needs to know what's going on. I'll go help the others.
Over here! Keep your voice down. I am. Saw you helping some of the others. I've been sneaking around, sabotaging what I can. Sometimes I pretend to work. Sometimes I wear their armor and go where I want. They don't really pay that much attention. Did my wife, Eitaki, send you? Excellent. We're strong and we're determined. With weapons, we can rout Filgor's troops. Their leader, Magister Ozan, has been investigating the deeper chambers, and that worries me. The mine is as good as ours again. Thanks to you. I could use your help against the Stormfist leader, though. Magister Ozan. She searches the deeper chambers. We broke into an ice cave and found an ore we had never seen. It seems to have magical properties. Before we could determine anything else, these thugs arrived. We hid the sample in our research notes, but I think the Magister is suspicious. She's looking for something back there. I'd like you to retrieve the research notes and the ore sample. We were in a rush, so we hid our notes in an urn on the scaffolding in the next chamber. We left an ore sample in there too, but there's a chance Ozan found it. You could disguise yourself and grab the notes. Crates of uniforms are scattered throughout the mine. There's a crate right there. Just be careful. They don't notice you if you walk around like you own the place. But Ozan's guards might be more alert than the average Stormfist thug.
I don't want them to hurt my husband, Ogman. If they see us talking, they're liable to kill him.
Over here, friend. How did you fare?
That's good news. While you were doing that, my miners drove off most of the Orkthane's troops. Milk drinkers, every last one of them. We'll clean out the stragglers. I have one more favor to ask of you. That chamber, the one where we found the mysterious metal, we left some of the ore in there. But the trolls, they seem attracted to the stuff. They won't let us near it. Deal with the trolls and recover the rest of the ore. I will meet you outside. Thanks to you, the mine is ours again. Thanks. I'm grateful that the mine is once again safely under our control. I sure would like to learn more about this mysterious metal, though. I'm almost sorry we discovered that mysterious metal. I don't know what to do with it, but I don't want King Yoren's enemies to have it either. A friend of mine at Fort Amol might be able to tell us more about the metal. That would be extremely helpful. The Argonian, Alito, is an alchemist. She tinkers with metals and crystals and dabbles in all kinds of magic. She'd be able to identify the metal. You can find her in the alchemist shop in Fort Amol.
Happy that the mine is back under our control, but I can't shake this bad feeling I have. I am. I overheard Magister Ozan say she sent word to the Orkthane about an unusual discovery. After I told Tridi what I heard, she decided to scout the area. We don't want any more surprises. I hope not, but who can say? Could you watch for any of Fildgor's soldiers? A courier, maybe? We don't want word about that mysterious metal reaching the wrong ears.
You found the messenger. Was she carrying Osan's letter? What did you find when you took down the messenger? I'll take that and burn it. We've had enough trouble with Vildgor and his followers to last a lifetime. Thanks for intercepting this. I think we'll be fine. Maybe we'll be a little more diligent about guard duty. We don't want to get caught unawares again. Thanks for all your help. I'll make sure this letter is destroyed.
Why do you hate us, Nord? Your own king declared us allies, but still, you turn us away.
Don't put words in my mouth, Dark Elf. I said you could enter Fort Armor, but the inn is full, so you can't stay. Official business of the kingdom takes precedence, after all.
This is ridiculous, and we've come such a long way. We'll find somewhere else to rest. Somewhere not filled with such hate.
Furu's been leading us around for weeks now. She keeps promising she'll find us a new home and some work so we can settle down. If promises were gold, we'd be wealthy misers by now.
We've been traveling for days now, trying to escape the Stormfist Brigade and their Orc Raiders to the west. We finally arrive at a safe place and they turn us away.
They say we are allies, friends. But when we need a place to rest, we're turned away. Important business, they say. The inn is full. Rubbish. It's because we're not Nords.
Rumors proclaim that the Ebonheart Pact is having a secret meeting here. Why that should hinder humble travelers, though, is beyond me. Ugh, we've been on the road for so long.
Listen, if you're part of this group, I already explained this a dozen times. Feel free to enter Fort Armel, but the inn is full. There's no more room. And the Jarl's Keep is off limits too, of course. King Yoren and the Ebonheart Pact leaders are meeting here. Between the Nords, the Argonians, and the Dark Elf contingent, they filled up the inn. They even had to set up tents on the far side of town. That's not for me to say. I don't even want to guess. Commander Ian might have an idea, but you'd have to get it out of him. Whatever the king's business is, though, it must be urgent to call the various leaders of the pact together so suddenly.
My cousin never returned, and I'm worried sick. He told me he was going to Icehammer's vault. Did you come from there? Do you have any news about my cousin? Yes, this does look like Ugisar's writing. I had hoped that his wife would convince him to give up treasure hunting, but it appears that the opposite is true. Thank you for bringing this to me.
If you want to try again, Fjar, you only need to ask.
Why? So you can embarrass me again, lizard? I don't think so.
It can be done. Don't give up yet.
You cheated, Vorilla. Sharp, pointy arrows aren't good enough for Dark Elves. You had to make your arrows explode!
Why do you care what arrows I used? The lizard didn't care, and it's his challenge.
People claim many things. Some claim to be the best gamblers, others the best lovers. Me? I'm the best hunter you'll ever meet, no question about it. I've never lost a hunting competition. Not a one. Ha! Confidence and swagger. I like that. Well, let's see you beat my record. Even Eastmarch's best hunter over there couldn't catch that many rabbits in under a minute. But I'll make it easy for you. One rabbit keeps eluding me. Nab it, and you win. Those are the rules. The one rabbit, he's quick. I call him Golden Jack. You nab him, you win. Grab the bow by the river, and let me know when you're ready to start. Let me know when you're ready. Varilla will start counting. If I knew how to get that damn rabbit, don't you think I would have caught him by now? He's too quick. You can't line up a shot. Varilla almost got him, but it wasn't on purpose. Those exploding arrows of hers, she fired at something else and almost caught Golden Jack in the blast.
If you want to win this contest, come talk to me. Sure, you could use normal, non-magical, absolutely regular arrows. Or you could use exciting arrows. Fiery arrows. Arrows that get to go boom. From me. My exploding arrows can take out multiple rabbits with one shot. Very effective. But they'll cost you. Steady Hand's confident. He won't mind. He encourages challengers to use whatever advantage they can think of to try and beat him. When you put it that way, why not? Here you go.
Let me know when you're ready. Varilla will start counting. Only kills made with the hunting bow count. Kills with any other weapon are disqualified. You have exactly 1 minute to nab the appropriate number of rabbits, or to snag Golden Jack. Do either of those and you win. Your time starts now. Good try. Not enough to beat me, but good try. Try all you want. You'll never beat my record. But knock yourself out. Let me know when you're ready. Your time starts now. Good try. How? You... I can't believe you beat me. No one ever beats me. Fine, you win. But as soon as you leave Eastmarch, I'll be the best hunter here again.
How's it feel to lose, lizard?
Shut it, scaleless one. I'm still a better hunter than you.
One more, and you'll be good-looking.
Filgor's troops sweep through the west as they press their assault. Our scouts report that they're fortifying their holdings in the east as well.
So, the Stormfists have you trapped. That's Nord tactics for you. You can't win battles just by swinging your axe and yelling at the top of your lungs.
I would suggest you keep your jabs in check, Dark Elf. At least we don't hide behind the skirts of a supposed god-woman.
You dare insult my Lady Almalexia? I would have your head on a pot!
Will you two stop it? You whine more than my egg brother, and he's newly hatched. We need to work together.
You will not tell me what to do, Scaly One. I am the Prince of Skyrim.
Stop it! All of you! This is the kind of behavior that got us into this mess in the first place. We need to work together to figure things out. Together!
Greetings, stranger. It looks like you have something for me.
Then by all means, let me have it. Excellent. The fort is back under our control, thanks to you.
You've made quite a name for yourself amongst our soldiers, friend. Lieutenant Koruni in particular seems suitably impressed with your efforts.
The
hatching pools recover due to your efforts. You are truly a friend to the Hist.
Where's that lazy skeever? I'm going to kill you. What do you want? Someone steal your gold pouch or something? What's it matter to you? Have business with the king, do you? We stand in line with the rest of the peasants. Seems like every alley rat decided to show up and whine about something when they heard the king was coming. But he's not here for that. King shows up with his honor guard and all the pact officials, clearly up to something important. And you just expect me to tell you what that is? Did you always get milk when you whined for it as a baby? Be off! I need to find one of my guards. You're going to stick your nose into this no matter what I say, aren't you? Fine. Thod decided to have a drink with the prince's entourage last night. Haven't seen him since. Probably passed out somewhere. But I can't be too careful right now. I just want this all to be over. We're not used to dealing with so many different groups all in one place. All right. Find Thod and I might let some information slip. We'll leave it at that.
What a gathering of diverse troops! Nords and Dark Elves and Argonians, side by side and all together! Just let the Stormfists try to cause trouble here. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Yes? What do you want? Unusual? How unusual? Is it stone, metal, crystal? The suspense is killing me. Actually, no. The suspense is rather mild, and I'm already bored. People always want me to examine this or study that, like I don't have enough to do. Clothes attracts trolls. Well, let me see it then. This might be more interesting than I originally thought. Don't rush me. Better yet, make yourself useful. Bring me the Varlastone tincture from over there, and be careful with it. It is rare and rather unstable. Alchemy. It's not for the faint of heart. I told you it was unstable. I'm sure the feeling will return to your fingers eventually. I need one more thing. Ovold's study of metallurgic anomalies. I was reading it by the river while I was getting some sun. I think I left it out there. Analysis takes time. Proper procedure must be followed, and careful study can't be rushed. And sometimes I perform random experiments just to see what happens. Now hurry. I need to check Ovold's notes. I think he mentioned this ore. Where have you been? Something gnawed on the cover. Ah, well. The uninitiated are always hungry for knowledge. Let me see what Ovold has to say about this metal. Nonsense. Careful attention to detail and advanced preparation always results in stable, safe experiments. Now, let's test this mysterious ore. Interesting. Very interesting. I remember reading something. Let me just add a pinch of purified frost salt and see what happens. That was exciting. Hardly a scratch. I still don't have any idea what to make of this ore, but the residual dust could be useful. I'll go up to the mine and talk to Yeomand. I need more samples. This dust may be valuable, even if I don't fully understand it yet.
I'm thankful my sister and her family were spared. I know others who weren't that lucky.
The tales of Nords and their mead drinking are legendary, but Yegi here? He's absolutely epic. He's been drinking for 2 days straight now. 2 days! You must mean that drunken idiot who tried to keep up with Yegi. He wasn't even in the same league. Whatever he was drinking was pretty foul, though. It smelled more like wet Kaguti than sweet mead. I think it might have been Argonian. He wandered toward the river, carrying a few bottles of that vile Argonian beverage. He's probably still down there. I'd wager he's either passed out or nursing a bad headache right about now.
Oh yes, Naryu. Whatever you say, Naryu. I don't want to. Want to sleep. A perfectly good dream. Oh, Naryu. I love you, Naryu. Oh yes, Naryu. Whatever you say, Naryu.
If you're still looking for Thod, I wouldn't worry about it. He and the commander headed for the barracks. Thod's getting an earful, I'm sure. I apologize if we wasted your time. I'm sure it was one of the other guards. There are a lot of us, and we're known to relax with a bottle of mead or two when we're off duty. And never to excess. So really, I wouldn't worry about it. Listen, I saw them both just a moment ago, and unlike the commander, I slept last night. Now, it's not that I don't believe you found a drunk Nord by the river. It wouldn't be the first time. It's just that it can't be Thod. I can prove it. Both the commander and Thod headed towards the barracks on the west side of town. If you hurry, you should be able to catch up with them. Then you can go get a drink and relax. Seems like you could use it.
I told you that we need to be patient. You're always in such a hurry. It's starting to get on my nerves.
You're enjoying that body too much, I think. Can I help you with something? The Fort Amol guard barracks are off limits, so I hope you don't plan on trying to get inside. The commander is occupied by other matters at the moment, As one of the officials helping coordinate efforts at Fort Amol, perhaps I could be of service? I am a noble, and an advisor to the Jarl of Fort Amol. I have been charged with making sure that all of our esteemed guests are well cared for. I assume you are part of King Yoren's guard if you seek to speak with Commander Iarn? Ah, yes. Thawd. Of course. He was just here, as a matter of fact. You just missed him. You weren't the one looking for him earlier by chance. Iarn mentioned someone looking into guard business. Not many folks care about Thawd. Well, how about I help you instead? Iarn has been on edge of late. Perhaps the king's presence makes him nervous. Or it's all these foreigners. Who knows? But he has been acting strange. I'd keep an eye on him if I were you. You seem eager to help, so I'm giving you something to do. If I toss around false accusations or involve the king's guards, it might seem like Fort Amol can't deal with its own problems. Trail the commander. Determine if my fears are justified. Hide behind the rocks nearby and wait for Iarn. You wouldn't want him to know you were following him now, would you?
Took you long enough, Commander.
I thought I was being followed. We have to be smart about all this.
Don't insult my intelligence. I know we only get one chance at this. Besides, word from the inside is that things are going well.
Good, good. I took care of things on my end. I stuffed all of the duplicates in Marla's house. As long as no one goes snooping around in there, we'll be fine.
I'm afraid you just missed Commander Iarn. Again. He was in a hurry. He always seems to run when everyone else around here just saunters. Have you been drinking with Thane Yegi and the soldiers? What? All of this in Marla's house? You have to understand how strange this sounds. You're telling me that the commander I was just speaking to is actually dead? And there are others? Including 2 dead Marlas? After that story, I think I might be the one who needs a drink. Well, thanks for the information. I'll make sure to look into these accusations as soon as I can. But you're not going to give up on this, are you? Listen, let's say I believe you. Let's say there are Stormfist agents impersonating people in Fort Amol. Even if all of this is true, we can't start a panic. The leaders of the Pact are here, for kind's sake. No, I didn't say that. I just don't want you running around crying murder, especially with the Pact delegations here. Think of how fragile our alliance already is. You should speak to Lord Velop. Tell him what you told me. He's the Jarl's advisor. He has his hand in everything that happens around here. Tell him what you told me. Leave nothing out. Velop's smart. If what you say is true, and by Kain I hope it isn't, he'll know what to do, without causing a panic. You'll probably find Lord Velop in the inn. Like most Nords, he enjoys his mead. And I understand that nobles can get particularly thirsty when the king is in town. You have to look at this from my point of view. A stranger walks into town and makes outlandish claims about spies and imposters and murders. How do I know that you're not one of these Stormfist traitors trying to cause trouble? You certainly are insistent. I'll grant you that much. Look, I'll check the house as soon as I can. In the meantime, go talk to Lord Velop. Shaw's bones if there really are spies in Fort Armel. His lordship will know what to do.
Even officers need to relax every now and then. And an inn! The last place my troops camped was cold, hostile, and barren. And we ran out of mead. Do you see the Skald King? I'm here with me, myself, and mead. Lots of mead.
So, was the hunt successful? Did you find out what nefariousness our good commander Eon is up to? What? No, I never imagined. I think you better tell me what happened, friend. And start at the beginning. Lower your voice. This can't be. How could Fildgor's soldiers get into the fort without being noticed? Did you tell anyone else about this? I'll need to have a word with Loanor. The implications for the Pact are horrifying. Dark elves and Nords have died. Finger-pointing will escalate into violence as soon as word gets out. Especially with Prince Ernskar's temper. Go to the Nord camp and speak with Thane Harvald. He's honorable and intelligent. I'm sure he'll want to keep this quiet. He also possesses common sense. If anyone knows how we should approach this problem, it's Thane Harvald.
The Nord don't need the help of the weakling Argonians and the cowardly Dark Elves. We can win this war on our own.
Your Uncle Fildgor has allied himself with the Stormfist clan and the Orcs, my prince. We need all the help we can get. You need to apologize to the delegates, and get them back to the table before this rift grows any wider.
Let the pact shatter and fall for all I care. We need no one but ourselves. You grow old and weak, Harvold, like my father. This conversation is over.
The prince in his hot temper. He decided to hold his own meeting, while the king and the pact ambassadors meet at the keep. He managed to insult both the Dark Elves and the Argonians with his posturing and boastfulness. Talk freely. Thane Oda is as trustworthy as I. But understand that I have enough trouble as it is, and I don't need any more bad news. I have my hands full trying to figure out how to calm the prince and get the pact delegates back to the meeting. And that's not what I wanted to hear. The prince will have to be told about this, of course. And the Argonian and Dark Elf delegates. They need to be able to protect themselves. I can't keep secrets from my prince, no matter how hot-headed he may be. I'll make him understand the seriousness of the situation. But I doubt the Argonians and Dark Elves will listen. They were very angry when they marched back to their camps. Perhaps, if you say that King Yoren sent you, They might not forgive the prince and return immediately, but they might listen to you. They need to know that we value the Pact and their companionship. Do whatever it takes to make them happy. What does he always do? He opened his mouth and let words fall out. He said many terrible things and drove them away. And all his father asked him to do was coordinate troop movements and battle plans while the Council of War was in session.